EA Sports. It's in the game.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the V2X channel. Today, we're going to take a look at a game that was actually released last year. It's a bit unusual as this game has only allowed testers to play, and I'm fortunate enough to be one of them. However, I haven't had the chance to dive in yet because the servers have been so busy, like all the time. So let's start by watching a little tutorial, and then I'll share my thoughts with you. My approach to reviewing games is a bit different, and I must admit, I don't have any fancy tools, just my trusty tablet. I even had to borrow someone else's phone just to edit my shorts thumbnail. Please don't hold it against me. I know I'm just a small channel trying to grow with very little knowledge about editing and all that jazz. Thank you for your understanding. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, let's go. The gameplay approach is quite engaging as it resembles a turn-based strategy game similar to eFootball Champion Squads, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game, and Honkai Star Rail, while also incorporating a bit of simulation with turn-based decisions that enhance the overall experience. In the menu, you'll discover team management options that allow you to tailor tactical formations and manage players according to your unique preferences. Additionally, there are beginner missions with a rewarding system in place. Every time you complete a task, you earn delightful rewards. Just keep in mind that there are numerous missions to tackle and many chapters to unlock. Yeah, good luck with that. You can also enhance your player's level through training. It is unclear whether all players can reach level 120 for upgrades, as this was indicated in the training or player development section. The base amount of storage required for this game is no more than 2 gig of storage. However, as is often the case with EA, they tend to create separate data from the APK file that comes from the Play Store. This approach is designed to help prevent cheating in in-game purchases and to discourage the use of unauthorized app, such as mod APK. I'm not quite sure about the other leagues, but in MLS, there are 87 matches. Perhaps that's the total for the season you need to complete before moving on to the Saudi Pro Leagues. The formation of your football team will be unlocked and automatically added when you make a purchase through their store or by completing the mission tasks, which involve playing matches until the formation is acquired. The same applies to your kits, whether you choose to buy a special kit design or unlock a basic kit through the mission tasks, you'll be all set. Each player's card features a triangle of weakness and strength represented by red flame, green spiral, and blue lines, which highlight the unique characteristics of the card. For instance, the green spiral symbolizes nature or control, making it strong against blue lines while being vulnerable to red flame. The same applies to blue lines, which when interpreted as water or defense, hold an advantage over red flame, yet exhibit a vulnerability to green spiral. If we find ourselves facing a similar type of advantageous player, like red flame against red flame, then the outcome will likely depend on the player's stats, skills, and command advantages. When you apply 3 commands to address the same type of advantage player, it may unfortunately lead to a foul. The strange aspect of this game is that in the second half, you still see the starting lineup instead of just a top-down kickoff view. While the red flame type of player is clearly an attack type with certain advantages, it's important to note that this type has strengths against the green spiral, but may face challenges when up against the blue lines. It's important to keep in mind that once you dive into the game, changes or substitutions aren't possible. This means that injuries won't come into play. Since the game is turn-based and designed for quick mobile play, it cleverly sidesteps the interruptions and complexities associated with real-time injuries where a player would need to leave the pitch and be replaced. You won't encounter situations where players are substituted due to a foul or require an injury card after a match. In summary, fouls typically result in a free kick or penalty and a loss of stamina, not a yellow-red card or an injury that forces a substitution. You can easily adjust the settings by tapping this button, allowing you to change the resolution, frame rate, and much more. The game is quite user-friendly and doesn't demand as much power as a real football game, which is definitely a plus. However, please keep in mind that you'll need to download all the necessary files first to enjoy it fully. There is no live commentary or stadium chant available for download in this game, as it is based on a turn-based tactical mobile format. You can earn tactical coins, or whatever they may be called, through gifts, logging in, and by completing tasks or mission objectives. You can also exchange or trade your players, kits, coaches, skills, enhancement experiences, and, most importantly, your legendary player cards. I need to switch back to 60 frames per second instead of using the image boost mode, as I'm finding it lacks the smoothness I was hoping for. I believe it would be wonderful if every developer could implement a feature that automatically selects the optimal resolution and graphics settings during the initial gameplay experience. This would create a much more visually appealing impression right from the start, enhancing the overall enjoyment before players even have to adjust any settings. Great. The graphics have improved significantly since we adjusted the settings. It's quite impressive, really. In conclusion, the game's graphics look quite nice, and the server is now accessible, which is a wonderful change from before. The gameplay is super straightforward. You just need to choose the commands that align with your game plan, and you'll find yourself at the top. However, if you prefer to play as a free-to-play player, you might feel a bit left behind, but don't worry too much. Wishing you the best of luck. That wraps up our review for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give a like and consider supporting me by subscribing to my channel. Until next time, take care and goodbye.